using some other social media or Instagram, etc. My question is that how much is the instances where you are putting your best pictures or the worst pictures on the Facebook? What do people do? They put their best moment pictures. They put their best achievements on the social media. Why they put it? Because with the expectation once they will put the picture, they then started trolling in just to see how many comments, how many likes they have got, because there is a need of significance. Why on my table sometime I put the certificates, the replica of my achievements, my pictures with some of the dignitaries around in my surrounding, because there is a need of significance. Why people put the tattoos on their body? Why they do for different odd type of the fashions as well? Because there is a need of significance. So if I'm being driven with the need of significance, and if I'm doing something good, I need that appreciation in front of so many other people. But if my boss just simply send me an email, you have done a good job, or does not take a note of it, I will surely feel disappointed. So there is certain need of significance which drive us. If it has been driven, you have been driven with that, you have to generate an opportunity for yourself. So this is a need of significance. Then there is a need of growth. The growth is directly proportional to happiness. Is directly proportional to happiness. Now, for example, if I'm being driven with the need of a growth, so what is going to be happen that if, for example, I would like to invest onto myself because the need of growth has been within me. If my company does not support, these are the people who always have a budget for their self-development. They would like to go to far-flung areas, do a self-investment and to upgrade themselves. Now, these are the people who are the best employees in a company, because they have been continuously growing and developing. And if they have been working under you and you have been the managers, you had a bit of headache, because they would like to grow themselves into their stature, into their financials, into other aspects, because they are continuously growing. And these are the people, if you will not allow them to grow through certain career ladder, they are the one who are being opted to leave the company, because that aspect of growth is so dominant that they don't want to stay at some of the place, and that becomes challenge when we started losing some of our best employees as well. So there is a need of growth. So how you can grow yourself, that has been there. Because I believe on that part that in our life, the length of our career does not matter. It does not matter how much number of years we are going to spend in the company. It does not matter. The depth of our career matter. The contribution, the legacy we have left behind, that matters the most. So I feel passionate. So I would say, if you are struggling on some aspect, focus on this thing. If in your organization or job scenario, don't wait for someone else. Take up your responsibility. Focus on this thing. Create an opportunity for yourself. You will feel like that you are being super engaged with that. And don't forget, in highlighting what meaning you assign to the event, select your choices. Super duper. Here, no one, you become unstoppable. So this is something which I fought. Now last, as a story, I would like to highlight onto that. Whenever we are having, and the things does not happen to us as compared to as what we like to have it, we don't see the silver lining, we see darkness. That was a story of one of the person who was being in the height of dejection and disappointment, went to a saint and asked his problem. He said, "Saint, I'm so much in challenge. I've got so many people around who are being so much negative. They are not appreciating. They are doing this stuff and that stuff and this thing, which spoiled my day, that has spoiled my life. I cannot think straight. I'm being totally devastated," and things like that. He said, "My dear friend, let's bring a glass of water." And then he has given him a spoon full of salt. And he said, "Can you pour inside of it?" And that young man has poured that and stirred it. Once he'd done that, the saint asked him, "Can you have a sip of it? Can you taste it?" So the moment he tasted it, it was so awful. He spit it out. He said, "Oh, it's so awful. I can't even taste it. I cannot drink it. I cannot taste it." He said, "Fine." Then he said, "All right, let's hold this bucket full of salt." And they went together towards the nearby, the lake. And he asked that young man to pour all this bucket of salt into that lake. And the young man has put it over there. Then he said, take this empty glass of water, take the water from that lake and taste it. The moment he tasted it, he said, it's fine. It doesn't change. Story what the saint told to that young man. He said, son, remember, if you have an absorbing capacity in yourself like a glass of water only, that even a small amount of negativity and the dejection and the despair and the bad treatment and the behaviors can spoil you altogether, can make you make you so much negative, can make your life awful. But if you have an expanding, you have that provision within yourself, you had a bigger margin to forgive to people, even if they will put that bucket full of salt and the hatred and the disappointment in your life will not change. So my dear friend, this is a question that how much we are going to stretch our expansion within ourselves, and that expansion come with a bigger margin of forgiveness which we have for ourselves and for the people who are similar to us in our life. If we are having a bigger margin of forgiveness, our life will be as good as that thing is.